Welcome to the first off script recording of a video, I guess. Let's go. Hi. This is Saya. So, if you don't know, I happen to like Genshin as the what is it? Two nearly an hour Genshin videos may attest to. Heck, this video is probably releasing with the Genshin video on the same day, the first part of the Moonlight Merriment chapter. And that already attests to my love of the game. I got into the game because my partner told me, hey, this game looks cool. Actually, he reminded me this game looks cool. My first time was watching Shenpai play it, and I was like, hey, this looks pretty interesting, but I never got into it. And now I play it every single day. I don't care if it's nearly 5 in the morning and commissions are about to restart, I am hopping on and I am speed running those commissions because the Freemogen, the struggle is real. Anyway, all of this basically attests to on the first Genshin video that I did, which was Kokomi, I didn't have a proper Genshin sprite, and so I made a proper Genshin sprite. In particular, I was inspired by Love to Draw manga on YouTube and her turning myself into video game characters. But in particular, her video where she does Genshin. But in her words, Genshin style is very detailed, and I don't think I can live up to that. So I'm not. Unlike her, who has tried to do it, I have gone the simpler route, the chibi route. So let's get started. Okay, so starting off with the chibi style, I have made a lot of these. Not Genshin in particular, this version. But to start off, I had to start with a base. And for reference, I'm using the Kokomi sprites from the special program before, it was 1.8, I believe, for the archipelago, before Inazuma, in the Chinese one where they showed off the Kokomi sprite. So that is my reference. And I used her to make an official reference, because if you didn't see my Kokomi video, I sort of got the basic idea of her face shape out with her hair and everything. Not the eyes. The eyes gave me a bit of a problem because I don't usually do round eyes like this. I either do circles or dots. But by the end of this, I have to admit the way that Genshin colors their eyes is probably one of my favorites. So I mainly just did a quick shaping of the hair. And then you'll see this whenever I do my Epithet Erased character video. But the way I try to do bodies usually is I will sculpt out a very loose, model, I guess. And then I figure that doesn't work, so I do this. I believe it's similar to constructive lines, and usually I'll have a reference nearby, and I try to get the proportions right from the neck to bust to waist to feet. And so far it's worked. Now on to the meat and potatoes of this, which is the outfit. I will pop up a reference here, a sneak preview, only from the bottom down because I'm going to ask permission, but I don't want to spoil too much. This is my official VTuber model. Whenever we managed to get it finished and everything, I designed the outfit, while the sprite itself was designed by my incredible partner, Iwa Noir. And I had originally decided to go with this outfit for my Genshin, because in Genshin, the outfit that I usually go with is the my thick jacket with my tank top and my shorts, because that's what I wear in real life. But in Genshin, I would say the closest to that kind of outfit is Razor, and even then it's still very fantasy. So I had to go a bit more mystical with it, and what better than my official outfit. And it was in trying to get references for my clothes that I noticed my outfit that I had created right now, like 3 months ago, is incredibly similar to the Sumerian NPC's outfit. And thus, I have decided I am from Sumeria now. In particular, while I am sketching out clothes here, I have decided that my character is from Sumer, that she comes from the Sumer Academy. I had already decided I wanted to go with a research character that explores the world, and that's what she does. She is from the Sumer Academia and Sumeria proper, and she explores the world. How she got her vision, I don't know. But I have decided, because she explores the world, going around looking for new information, that she is an animo vision, the vision of freedom. Also because I just like animo. I really have no other excuse. But you'll see here the way that I make Saya's my outfit. I do it in multiple layers, where she wears a tube dress, and then on top of that she has 2 shawls, one which is a see-through color, one which is her Starry Night shawl, and then she has these arm sleeves and her corset. I must admit, the arm sleeves and the lining around the wrist and everything, the golden lining, I got the idea of that from the actual Sumerian NPC. You'll see me try to figure out how the hell hands work here. They don't. That's the answer. And her corset. Why? Half the time I don't have the corset in, to be honest. It's like half the time it'll be there, half the time it won't. And I'm okay with this. I don't know when I decided to start on the... Oh, I guess I already did it. I just wasn't paying attention. Well, here, while I'm line arting it, I'll pull up a reference of the vision that I created for her. I used the Fatui, the Shneznayan vision, as reference for how it would be shaped. And then I took the actual vision style from the Sumerian playable character that we got in the Travail. Color picking was a mix between from my Epithet Erased character, which is where I usually get my colors, and the Sumerian NPC. I decided. Also, here's a fun fact: my birthday is in May, so I do really like this emerald green color. Here you'll see me doing the eyes, which again I fell in love with how they do the eye, like coloring the eye. It's so cool to me as a person who rarely does that type of eye coloring, or any eye coloring. Alright, well here we're moving on to, cause I have these as sprites. So, I gotta make more emotions. We're starting off here with my Angie sprite. She Angie. To quote my partner, Angie Bean. I referenced this off of one of Sayu's emotes from her thing. I just wanted her... It's something that I also used to create another bit of lore about her powers, her E skill in particular. You'll see it here in the sadness too. Whenever she's wrapped up in... Her E skill is basically she wraps herself up in her starry shawl and she turns into mist. It's a skill which evades basically. It makes her disappear. I would figure it's something similar to Hu Tao's butterfly, her dash, where she's able to dash through enemies. Whenever she does that, whenever Seiya wraps herself in her shawl, she disappears and she can phase through enemies. I really just tried to make varying body shapes here because I didn't want her to be like the same sprite the entire time, because I've done that before with my tome one, which are getting updated. The happy sprite, I like, honestly, I just sit like this in real life. I'll sit on my knees, and I wanted her to be holding a book. In a lot of my sprites going forward, she is going to be holding something in her hands. So in particular, here I've decided, when I color it later, it is the map Amara. In some upcoming sprites, it becomes a special book. Keep an eye out for, what is it called? Keep an eye out for the manual on Lunar Thesis, Rift Generation, and Potion Manipulation. The happy sprite is actually, I just copied the normal sprite. The shock sprite was one that I did, like, it was the most varying for me, probably. The pose is somewhat referenced off of Jin Yan's angry pose, which is what I wanted to use first. And then I found Sayu's. But I had a lot of fun with that one. Now on to line art, and you'll see a lot of jumping around here, because I wanted to do all of these at the same time in terms of line art and coloring. And here's where I forget so much stuff. Like I told you, remember how I said I had a corset? Man, that just disappears halfway through. Like, if I didn't see my skin color, I would forget it half the time. Also, these hands. Like, they have fingers in the official sprites. I don't know what I did. Here's where I start to implement the animo colors in with the angry and sad sprites, where I said when she is wrapped up in her shawl, she becomes like the wind. So I wanted to do a more green tint to them. I wanted to make them green. Okay, that's it. I wanted to turn them green, like the animo colors. So I actually did just color pick from them. And here I tried to cheat the eye, but I couldn't. So I had to learn how to do the eye for every single one of them. Well, 3 of them. Pop in some clothes. Another thing I forgot, remember there's supposed to be a stripe around the bottom of the shoe? Yep, that disappeared from my head. I'll remember it in a second. There's also a stripe on the top of the arm sleeve? That's gone. The main thing that I did forget though, in every single of the smaller sprites, I have forgotten that the glasses need glass. There's nothing there. Absolutely nothing. And on some level, that's fine. I'll probably do a mini update in between the next time that I use these sprites in like a video. But for now, they're okay. And this is mainly like making sure all the shading is good. And now, just because of the way that I'm going to post this, I wanted to have a cute background. I went ahead and grabbed, what was it? Probably Inazuma somewhere. And that's it. Here's the final look. Well, I hope you guys had fun watching that. This is my first time going like sans a script in recording, like the speed video, and I hope it wasn't too much of a mess. If you're watching this at the same time, the first part of the Moonlight Merriment video has came out, so hopefully you can check that out. If you're not interested, well, I don't know, have a nice day. Keep an eye out for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, yeah. On tomorrow, the 25th, 1 week from Halloween, we have a special trailer coming out for Halloween. So keep an eye out for that. Have a nice day and peace.